Hi, welcome back to Take Your Turn. My name is Tin.
And my name is Ricky, and today we are going to be going over how to play Paint the Roses. Paint the Roses is a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about an hour to play. And really, this is a game where you are trying to complete your garden, a little bit of an Alice the Wonderland kind of themed game, where basically you are trying to outrun the Queen of Hearts before she catches up to your gardeners and off with their head.
Yeah. So it is a cooperative game, and we can go over the components of the game.
Yeah.
So the game that we are setting up is the deluxe version of the game. So for like the standard version, it's just not going to be the board with the indentations.
Yeah.
And the standard version comes with the cardboard punch outs of the tiles, while we have these like nicer acrylic tiles. Yeah. So you have the board, and to set up the board, the starting board, you'll have these starting tiles, and you can differentiate them because they'll have little numbers in the corner, and they just go into the corresponding spots. So this 3 will go with a 3 over here, a 6 with a 6, 5, 1.
Or matching numbers.
Yep. So you'll notice that the tiles will have different colors and as well as shapes. So it's a logical deduction game. So you're trying to deduce what whim cards that each of the players have.
Yep.
There's
the 4 colors, and then there's the 4 suits as well that you're trying to deduct of what people have on their cards and what matches they have.
So we have the starting board set up. We have our little gardener token, which are 2 gardeners. They start at the 0 spot on the board. And then we have the Queen of Hearts. She will start at the 44.
Nice little heart axe.
And then the little white rabbit, we'll place it between the 9 and the 10 with a white rabbit marker.
Yep.
And then there are also flower tokens that you'll set to the side. That is for the queen to increase her speed.
Yep. As she's chasing after you.
Exactly. And then you'll have this greenhouse placeholder thing. You will have a bag of tiles that you'll draw 4 tiles to place in your greenhouse.
Which are they're different than the starting tiles. They don't have the darker outline, and they don't have the numbers on them.
I drew too many tiles. Oopsies. There we go. There we go.
Yep.
And then each of the players will get a color of choice and 6 tokens that will match in the color. So you'll be that blue teal.
Nice.
And I'll get the yellow.
Yep. And then, so then each person will take one of the easy, medium, or hard cards.
Yes.
Only one player can ever have an easy card at a time. So with a 5-player game, the maximum size, only one person will have one. The other 4 people would have to have a medium or a hard.
Yeah. And we usually recommend, if you're playing, have the first player get the easy card and the other players can get a medium or hard.
You gotta have hopefully a better guess to start off with.
Exactly.
We'll go over a little bit what the different cards are. So an easy card, you're trying to guess color to color. So for this example, this is a red to a yellow combination. And it'll always be some color to another color.
And it can be like a red to red.
Yep.
So both of them
could be the same color.
Yep.
The medium cards are either color to color or shape to shape. So for this example, they actually are the same.
Yeah.
This is a color to a color or a shape to a shape. So they're a bit harder to guess. They're usually worth more points than a basic card, just because there's more options as you're guessing of what it could be. And then from beyond that, you also have the hard cards, which are even more difficult to guess, which are color to color, shape to shape, or color to shape. So now you have 3 different possibilities. So you really have to process of elimination to be able to guess them. And the game does give you some notepads to take notes and cross off possibilities as you go through to help you deduct if you don't want to try to just remember and figure it out.
But yeah, so you'll deal out those cards, and you are set up and ready to play.
So we'll give first players always the person who last watered a plant.
Mm-hmm. So I watered some plants this morning, so that's perfect. I will start us off. And then remember, these are dealt in secret, so you won't be able to see what other players have, but we're just going to play it face up so that it's easier for you guys to see.
Yep.
But yeah, so I will start us off. So let's go over whenever it's a player's turn, the turn order that happens. So on a player's turn, they'll start off by placing a tile, and then we'll place our clue tokens, then you'll guess a whim card, then you'll move the queen, and then you'll replenish. So let's go turn by turn for the actions of that turn. So placing a tile, you'll just select a tile from the greenhouse.
Yep.
So the card that I'm working with is a red to yellow. So I'll probably want to snag this red tile here. And you get to place it wherever you want. Mm-hmm. But I want to place it so that Ricky will be able to guess my card.
Because I don't know Tin's card.
Exactly. So I think this will probably be the best spot for it. Well, actually, no. I'll place it here. And then I will place my clue tokens of how many matches there are based on the tile that I just placed. Mm-hmm. So I'll put 2 since I have a red to yellow here and a red to yellow to this tile.
Yep.
And after I place my clue tokens, the other players also get to place clue tokens on the tile that I just placed. So you can also get more information.
Yep.
If you're playing with more players. So
I would look at this one and it's not a heart, so it's not a heart to heart that could be placed because there's no order on your card. So if there was a yellow tile, Tin could have picked up a yellow tile and then put it like here to get yellow to red as well. But yeah, I say I don't have anything to place. Okay. That would give Tin some clues as to what I don't have.
Right.
But then after all the clue takings have been placed, now we have to guess at least one player's whim card. Mm-hmm. And so for here, I know it's color to color, and really, so I don't have to worry about the shapes because of this card. So I would guess red to yellow because that's really the only option here.
And this is when I will reveal if it's correct. So since it is a correct guess, I reveal that it is a red to yellow, and the movement is 1. So I'll move our gardeners 1. And then I put it in the discard and draw another one. Now, if Ricky had guessed incorrectly, my card remains face down.
Yep.
And then the queen, that ends the guessing round, the guessing action. And then the queen, the move the queen action happens. So the queen moves with the incorrect guess, double her normal speed.
Which right now is 1.
Yes, so she would move 2 if it was an incorrect guess. But it was a good guess.
It was a good guess.
So she just... so the queen always moves. So after the guesses have been completed, the queen moves her movement speed. So this is just normally 1.
Yep.
And then after the move the queen action has happened, then you replenish. So you just add the tile back into the greenhouse. Pass the greenhouse to the next player. And...
It'll be my turn.
Play continues.
And if you hadn't taken your card after you've been successfully guessed, make sure you take one before the next round.
Yeah.
That way you can participate.
Mm-hmm.
So then for my turn, I would look here. I have no hearts, and I have a heart-to-heart card. So I have nothing I could really place. But I could just randomly place one of these tiles someplace that maybe, because there's like a lot of tiles here, I would just might place here to see if I could somehow help someone else get some information from somebody else. And I would say I have nothing to place on this one.
And then for me placing clue tokens, I would be like, oh, I have 2 that work.
But this would be difficult for me because now we have to guess at least one person's card. So and I would know now that Tin has picked a medium, and it could be color to color or shape to shape.
Yeah.
I know this could be pink to red, or it could be spades to hearts.
Yeah, and it could also be pink to yellow also.
It could be pink to yellow as well.
Those 2. So everything is open discussion until you make your final guess.
Yeah.
And guessing, it can be the person that plays the tile, or it can be another player's card.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can guess anybody's card. So you could guess everybody's carding around, or only one person's, but you do have to make at least one guess.
Yeah, and then if they're talking about your card, obviously you can't confirm or deny the information unless it's an official guess. So I cannot be like, no, you're on the wrong track or something.
And let's say if you did guess two players' cards correctly, and you would move both the spaces for those cards, but the queen would only move her movement speed once during her phase. So you can guess as many cards as the queen's not going to move more than once.
Correct, yeah. So during the guess action, you have to guess one person's whim card.
But if you guess one of them wrong, she is going to move double, even if you got one right before it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you don't want to take a risk if you're not 100% sure.
Yep.
If you've already done your required guess, then I'd say move it along.
Yeah. But for example, let's say if I said, I got to guess. So I'm going to guess, I don't know, pink to yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd say, I would not know your card. You'd say, that's wrong. We would not move. Then the queen's turn would move twice because of a wrong guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd move on, we'd replenish, go back over, and it'd be the next player's turn.
Yep. And so let's say that we've already progressed in the game and our gardeners are right here. And let's say that Ricky guessed my card correctly. Yep. We would move the gardeners 1, 2. That surpasses the white rabbit token. So the white rabbit moves to the next white rabbit space. And what happens to the queen is that she gets one of her flower petals underneath her. And this just indicates that she moves 2 spaces now for her regular movement. Or if it's an incorrect guess, she moves double that, which is 4.
Yep. So even though during this turn we moved just across it, that was our movement phase. Past the white rabbit moves, she got the petal. Now it's that we move on to the queen's phase because we finished our movement.
Mm-hmm.
And now 1, 2 instead of just the 1 because of the petal. And there are 3 more petals there, so you can get a movement speed of up to 5 if you pass all the white rabbits.
Yeah, so you don't want to grab too many easy cards because the easy cards are only a movement of 1 to 2, and then the mediums are 2 to 3, and then the hard cards are 4 to 5. So you probably want to work your way up towards hard, or you can keep it to medium. Because the end of the game triggers when you've completed the garden or the queen catches up to you. So
if she catches up to you or surpasses you, it's off with your head. It's end of the game. When the last tile is laid, you do play through that round, and you do have to make a guess. You have to finish that phase. And if you make your final guess wrong or correct, and if the queen has not landed on your space or surpassed you, you win. And really, that is Paint the Roses. There's only one slight variation for a 2-player game, because you're going back and forth, and there's less options of tiles and cards to guess. Obviously, with a 3 to 5 player game, with a 5-player game, there's a lot more when the tile's laid, people that could place markers down. So it gives you more options to guess.
More options and more information.
So to kind of hedge a 2-player game, you'd pick 3 cubes of a different color that no one's playing with.
So we're gonna pick 3 of the green.
And let's say that, for example, on my turn, when we had something that no one could really guess, we would say, well, rather than doing an incorrect guess, we're going to turn in one of our extra cubes.
It's essentially like a lifeline for a 2-player game.
And instead of the queen moving double, the queen would move her normal speed, but we don't guess a wrong guess. However, our gardeners do not move during that turn. So you're just kind of saving, you're stalling a bit with the queen's movement speed. And what do you think of Paint the Roses?
I really like it. We've played it with 2 players, and it was really hard. But when we played with my brother and sister-in-law, it was really fun because each turn people could place more clue tokens, and you could get more information. So I feel like it plays better with more players. But I like it.
It's a great cooperative game. You can work together with people. So deductive. with logic and reasoning of what's going on, and yeah, hopefully succeed together or lose together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Paint the Roses. This is the standard version. There is a part of the deluxe version has like some expansions with more Alice in Wonderland kind of theming.
Yeah.
We've not driven into that yet, but might dive into that in the future. But the standard game is really still, it's just a great game, and it's a fun game to play.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, that is Paint the Roses. Let us know if you guys enjoyed the game, any of the games you guys want to see, and feel free to subscribe for future content, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, it's time for you to take your turn.
See you guys.
Bye.